John Hodgson here from johnhodgsonmaps.com. Just doing a quick video of the next community goal. So we've unlocked 3 community goals now, which is amazing. Thank you for your support, by the way. That's fantastic. And this one, my lovely patrons all voted, and they wanted a ruined temple with menhirs and that kind of stuff. So that is what I'm doing now, and I thought I would just show you as I'm sketching what I've come up with. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it, at the moment? I'll talk through what we've got. So just on the left-hand side here, this is the overlap to the first community map, so this will join on. This is 22 inches wide. It's a big old map, and they join together. So if you printed them all out, you can make an absolutely fantastically huge map. And that's what we're doing with the community goals. As we get more and more people, we are adding to this gigantic map that is way beyond a poster now. This is like a table map or something. Awesome. So what I decided to do, because the general theme of the maps and stuff that I do is quite a sort of dark ages, for want of a better term. I know it's really like migration era, early medieval period, but you know, for mythic kind of description, you know, sort of dark ages, dragon warriors, Middle Earth, that kind of, you know, Nordic fantasy stuff, Beowulf, all that good stuff. To fit in with that, you know, a ruined temple maybe kind of, you know, makes you think of sort of classical stuff. That's not quite right. I mean, we could use a kind of Roman temple, you know, the people living historically in that period, you know, again, perhaps mythically, felt Roman buildings were built by the giants and all that kind of jazz. So we could have a Roman temple if we wanted, or something, you know, a bit more of a fantastical version, but it could be a Roman temple if we wanted to. But I've gone for a sort of dark ages and earlier sort of style, really a throwback to an earlier time. So what we've got here is what's called a banjo enclosure. I'm being very posh. Banjo enclosure. So it's 2 sort of circular enclosures joined by a kind of corridor. That's the basic pattern, and I've surrounded it with some standing stones there. We're going to have a great big standing stone sort of slab altar in the middle. It's going to have more standing stones there. At the back here, this is going to be cut into a cliff. It's going to have sort of tumble down walls all around it, taking some reference from the Broch that I explored in the exploration video for Ruins Month in August. It's a really cool video, even if I do say so myself. We found a really cool site to go and explore. That's available to my extra tier patrons now. I'll get you know, use a bit of reference from that to make these 2 circular stone enclosures with sort of tumble down ruined walls. So it's almost like a sort of old druidic kind of, you know, druidic cult temple. Kind of quite fantastical, but with one foot in historical sources, like I try and do with all my stuff. But yeah, it overlaps with the previous maps. We're going to get a really nice, great big landscape. And yeah, this is going to be an ancient temple cut into the rocks, and it's going to have this sort of channel. I think I'm going to put some stone steps in, but quite rough, you know, ancient looking stone steps. And we'll make the walls kind of a lot more detailed, obviously, than they look now. It's just line work really, but lots of tumbled stones, and maybe we'll have some fallen roof timbers, perhaps. I don't know, maybe we'll see how old we feel like making it. And also I've just realized I'm looking at it, it's also got this ditch all the way round, well, not all the way round some of the parts. We have a ditch just to give it a bit of interesting terrain as much as anything else, and make it an interesting location to explore, kind of geographically as well as topographically. I'm not doing very well speaking today. I'm struggling. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Indeed, it's been a long month. But hey ho, we soldier on. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a bit of an insight into what I was making for my wonderful patrons. Thank you so much again for all your support. It's been amazing. I've been bowled over by how far we've got, how quickly. It's just about almost exactly 3 months since we started. And we've got a couple of hundred patrons. We're struggling to get over the 220 mark because these things tend to settle out a little bit around 3 months, I'm told reliably. You know, we've seen huge growth, And now people are starting to, you know, maybe look at other Patreons, what other people's Patreons, you know, and then deciding how to spend their money and assessing, you know, whether they want to, if they've got enough John Hodgson Maps goodness for now. But you're always welcome back if you choose to flirt with other patrons, or you need the money for something else. You can always come back. Don't feel ashamed. Come back to me. No, it's all good. We're still growing. We're just slowing down. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. This is what we're doing for the Ruined Temple. I think as I go, it will get more complex. I think we will add more to it, but this is the basic idea now. So I hope you like that. I will also start thinking up some sort of variant things that we can add in. Maybe we will make it more of a, as I was discussing the kind of ruined classical sort of temple, I was thinking, oh, that's quite good. So maybe we'll do a bit of that as well. Maybe we'll put in a bit of a variant version with some more, you know, classical features for your hairy barbarians from Northwest Europe to discover. Cool. Nice one. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.